It is August 1944. The dust of the invasion beaches has settled, and the Allied armies are pushing deep into northwestern France. But for every hour of combat, there are days of movement and waiting. Rolling through the debris-littered roads is a unique detachment. Their jeep, painted with the moniker Hocus Pocus Focus, reveals their trade. These are the men of the Special Coverage Unit. They have established a temporary bivouac here, inside the shell of the municipal sports stadium in Falaise. Just days ago, this region was a chaotic battlefield. Now beneath the bombed-out grandstands, a strange domesticity takes over. The playing field is now a grid of canvas tents. In the humid summer heat, the priority shifts from survival to sanitation. Gathered around makeshift water stations, stripped to the waist, they reclaim a few minutes of normalcy. A clean shave and a conversation without the sound of gunfire become vital for morale. A pipe is lit, the smoke drifting through the heavy afternoon air. Another soldier seizes the chance to sleep under camouflage netting. These are the quiet, human moments of the war that history books often forget. Mail call is the heartbeat of the unit. A letter from home is a lifeline, more valuable than rations. Sitting barefoot in the grass, smoking a cigarette, a soldier is momentarily transported back to a front porch in Ohio or a farm in Texas. For these few minutes the war dissolves, others find escape in fiction. A worn copy of a Western, The Bar, 20 Rides Again, trades the complex reality of modern artillery for the simple justice of the American frontier. Nearby, a copy of Life magazine offers a glimpse of the bigger picture they are fighting for, yet feels so removed from. But who are these men? A zoom into the shoulder patch reveals the answer. Official U.S. war photographer. This is George Stevens' own unit. The very men charged with documenting the liberation of Europe are here, simply documenting themselves. A haircut in the open air becomes a ritual of brotherhood. There is a gentleness here that contradicts their profession. Stripped of their helmets and heavy gear, we don't see an invincible army. We see young men, trusting one another, trying to maintain a shred of dignity and civilization before the order comes to move out toward Paris.